marketing and communications, and her career has been shaped by one powerful goal: helping organizations tell their story with clarity and heart. She currently serves as the Director of Marketing and Communications for the Girl Scouts of Tropical Florida. As you know, an organization that empowers young girls to become strong, confident leaders. And Anna, she walks in your shoes. She gets that unique challenges for that nonprofit space. And today she's here to show you how AI can lighten the load, elevate your message, and deepen your impact. So please help me welcome Anna Mantica. Welcome, welcome,
34.
Anna.
So
And
them
the
and them
virtual
is
stage is
30.
yours.
You know,
Thank you so much,
they have
Angie. I
four
really
people from the
appreciate it.
staff.
Hi, everybody.
So it's
Thank you so
30.
much for being here today.
Right.
Like Angie said, I currently work at Girl Scouts, and I have been working at nonprofits in Miami for like the past 10 years. And I've had the privilege of coaching a couple of iterations of the BizHack
Look how
marketing
young
class
they are. You
for
see them?
digital marketing and now AI marketing. And I must
Okay.
say, when AI first came onto the scene, I didn't know what to make of it because as a writer, you can imagine, I thought, what is this tool that is out here thinking that it's going to take over my job
It's
and
almost
do
all
my job better
vibers.
than I can. But I
A
have
couple
quickly
of
learned that
men.
that's not
You
the
know what I
case.
mean?
It is not a replacement for our
Okay.
communications professionals. It is instead a very powerful tool that can help you do your job better. We know that nonprofits are very stretched thin. Sometimes we're teams of one, maybe two, and we're often juggling multiple programs, campaigns, projects every day. We're wearing multiple hats. Now that it's fall, you're probably already thinking about your Give Miami Day campaign, your Giving Tuesday campaign, your year end giving campaign, maybe a gala or some other events sprinkled in between on top of programs and grant reports and all the things that you need to produce. And AI is a powerful way that can help you with everything from drafting those emails to summarizing meeting notes, creating quick graphics, making social media posts, all the things that you need to do your job better. So think of AI as like your co-pilot. It's not a replacement. It can do that first draft for you, the research, the summary, so that you and your staff can do what humans can do, and that is add heart and sprinkle in your mission and love into everything that you do. Next slide.
It's not to replace you.
Quick overview about what AI is and what it isn't. Um, think of it as sort of like that intern that never sleeps. It can help with the first draft, it can summarize a report, it can clean up your grammar, but it certainly still needs some guidance, and that's from you. You're still the editor in chief. So it's like a tool in your nonprofit toolbox. You've got many tools. AI is just certainly one of them. It doesn't understand your mission unless you tell it. So the power comes from your prompts and your strategy. With the right guidance, it's very powerful. It's a smart assistant. It's not magic. It's certainly not perfect. It makes mistakes. That's why it still needs you to help guide it. And we'll show you today a couple of prompts that you can use to help guide AI to help you out. Next slide. So let's walk through some cases for AI that I have used in my work at Girl Scouts. Over the past year, I've used it to create content, to create graphics, to help me brainstorm fundraising campaigns, summarize documents, and some of the administrative tasks that we all know we need to do. And this image here you'll see was actually created with AI. I just asked Canva to create a little simple graphic for me, and this is what it made. Not too bad. It's not quite our right logo, but good start. So, content creation. If you have ever stared at a blank page like me, AI is your new best friend. Even for someone like me who can generate content and had been generating content for 20 years prior to AI, sometimes we're kind of stuck. And sometimes we're stuck with how do we say the same thing over and over and over again, right? Because we know that in our work in the nonprofit world, it's very cyclical. We'll have a year-end campaign. We'll have maybe a Giving Tuesday campaign. We'll have events that we need to promote. And so how do you make things sound very cool and new and exciting over and over again? That's where AI can come in. It can help you write high quality content across multiple channels like emails, social media, website, donor letters, grant writing. It can also help you repurpose content so that beautiful blog post that you wrote can instantly be turned into social media posts, newsletter blurbs, and email copy. Next slide. Tools like ChatGPT, which we're all familiar with, Copilot, Grammarly, can help you polish your original ideas. So you can start with a rough draft, then add your brand's heart and mission. Let's take a quick look at a prompt here. You'll notice that all of the prompts here in these 5 examples I'll give all follow the POP format that we all learn at BizHack, and that is our persona, the role that you are playing, the output, what you want AI to create, and then parameters, those little extras that kind of help put the guardrails on what you want your tool to produce for you.
Adjust the prompt. Maybe say that as a
all
prompt.
of these examples you'll see were created in less than 5 minutes. So for our first prompt, you are insert role, Director of Communications for a nonprofit. Write a 2-paragraph donor thank you email from a small nonprofit focused on outdoor education or your mission here. Use a warm, personal tone. You'll see here the persona, what I wanted to create, and some of those parameters there on the side. On the next slide, you'll see the output. Not a bad first draft. It's thank you for your generous gift.
So you can, or maybe make this
exit
this so you can see it.
Your support helps girls in our local troops grow, encourage confidence and character. We're so grateful you chose to give. Great.
No, this is
awesome
full
first
screen.
draft here.
But I should take this off.
Give this to my development director to sort of sprinkle in other personalizations here for the donor. But it certainly saves a lot of time when you're having to write multiple thank you letters over and over, sometimes to the same donors and sometimes for the same sort of campaign. Next slide, thank you. Besides content creation and writing, visual, we know, is king. We process visuals faster than we do text.
See, but if
we also know, though, that graphics and video take time and they take money to produce. And not all of us have a graphic designer or a photographer or a videographer.
I'm trying to get rid of this. You know what I mean?
Tools like Canva can make you a designer without the designer training. It can give you the templates, the layout suggestions, and instant formatting you need to create some of those thumb-stopping visuals that you'll often hear about in the BizHack marketing process. Let's take a quick look at a prompt you can use in Canva's Magic Studio today. Great. You are the insert role for a nonprofit. Design a quote graphic in Canva for a social media fundraising campaign featuring, and then include your mission here. I did this for Girl Scouts. And on the next slide, you'll see what Canva produced. I used Canva's Magic Studio to create these graphics. Not too bad. Some of them use our colors, some of them show a girl. On the next slide, you'll see what I did to kind of make it a little bit more on brand. On the left, you'll see what Canva produced. Beautiful picture of a Girl Scout. Great quote already. Very compelling, bright, beautiful. I simply tweaked the colors with a brand kit that I had on Canva. Swapped out the photos, so there's a photo of our girl. I would probably then layer on maybe a profile or a logo here. But this took me like maybe 2 minutes to create, which is certainly a big help when you're thinking about having to create multiple graphics for a big campaign. Next slide. AI can also help you create video. I am not a videographer by training by any means, but I decided to use Canva this time to just see what it would create, what it would do when I gave it a prompt to create a video for our upcoming gala to promote it. It's called Campfires to Cocktails. It's coming up in the fall, and you'll see briefly, Angie will play it.
Join us for Campfires to Cocktails, a special fundraiser for the Girl Scouts. Enjoy the warmth of community.
Pretty good start.
Join us for Campfires to Cocktails.
Canva did the voiceover. Canva did the beautiful little animation with the fire. All I did was add our event details on it, and I added our logo, and it's a great first draft. I could probably use it, and it took again all of 2 minutes to make. If you're interested in visuals, which I think that's kind of a really hot topic, particularly for nonprofits, I would highly suggest that you watch Corellia's masterclass. She's an amazing coach who is the Canva queen. And in the masterclass that she gave earlier this summer, and I know Jose might drop in the link here so you can watch it later, she gave a fabulous masterclass on AI and visual. And she'll help you create amazing thumb stopping visuals. The other area that AI can help us with is creating fundraising campaigns. So campaigns and strategy, it can help you plan, it can help you write, it can help you personalize, it can help you optimize all of those fundraising campaigns that we're working on, save time, increase donor engagement, everything from copywriting to helping you segment donors to writing compelling calls to action, repurposing content. It can also act as your brainstorming partner, which is great when you sometimes feel like you might be working in a silo and you're all alone and don't have another comms pro to bounce ideas off of on your team. AI can be this additional comm support that you need to brainstorm. And on the next slide, you'll see a prompt that you can easily use to create some of the campaigns you're probably facing right now. The one that we'll see the output for is you are the Director of Communications for a nonprofit. Write a year-end appeal for annual giving donors. Use a warm, professional tone with urgency. And on the next slide, you'll see our output. Pretty great start. I would be able to give this to my development director, no problem. And she would then sprinkle in some fun facts about Girl Scouts of Tropical Florida, like the number of girls we serve and what dollars last year helped us accomplish in the past year and what their future dollars could help us accomplish in the following year. Again, it took all of 2 minutes to complete that first draft. And when you're also thinking about your campaigns, the same AI tools like ChatGPT can help you brainstorm other cool ideas for your year-end giving campaign, so that it's a full-on strategy. So, for example, not just a letter, but if there's a social media component to it, an email component to it, or a direct mail component to it. We have also another amazing coach who just gave last month a master class on strategy, Anita. It was fantastic. So I highly suggest you tune into that one. And also Coach Mike, he gave a great AI masterclass on meta ads. So if your strategies this coming fall involve any sort of social media ads, you'll want to tune into that one as well. Next, reports and summaries. How often do we find ourselves needing to draft reports, one-pagers, talking points, all the time, and often for multiple events and recaps and board meetings all at the same time? AI can help us turn that raw data and the meeting notes and the surveys and evaluations into polished, easy to share insights. And we know that summaries are especially valuable when we need to communicate across departments or with some external partners who may not have time to read a full report. AI can certainly do the heavy lifting for us. And you'll see an example prompt on the next slide, and I'll give you the background on that. So a prompt here that you could use: you are the Director of Communications for your nonprofit. Summarize this 3-page program evaluation into a 1-paragraph executive summary for a funder. And on the output, you'll see what I actually used it for. I asked AI to help me summarize a 76-page report. We put out an amazing report called The State of the Florida Girl. I read it. I didn't want to have to reread it again to create 3 bullet points, and AI was able to help me produce this summary in a matter of 2 minutes that I was then able to take and work with and massage when producing emails and recap PowerPoints for our board. Imagine having to read a 76-page report again. That would have taken me hours, and AI was able to help me do that in 2 minutes. Lastly, admin tasks. Admin tasks can weigh us down. It can slow us down. And these powerful AI tools can help take the busy work off of our plates, freeing time up for the strategy and relationship building that's critical to our mission. It can help you summarize meeting notes, plan future meetings, create timelines, create onboarding and operating procedures, create grant flows, which you'll also see later on in a future slide. And on the following slide, you'll see a prompt or a few prompts here that you could use. The one that I used and you'll see an example of is, you are the director of communications for your nonprofit. Summarize this 45-minute meeting into key takeaways and next steps for the team. You'll see the output on the next slide. Backstory here, at Girl Scouts, we spent the entire summer meeting as a staff once a week, doing deep dive SWOT analysis into every single area of our organization, from development to product, communications to programs, you name it. We talked about it, we broke it down. I've had to then take all of those meeting notes and summarize them into beautiful stuff, beautiful PowerPoint for our board for an upcoming meeting.
Oh, it's the view. You can
Lots
change
of
it by
notes,
the view.
lots of ideas
forgot.
to synthesize,
In the
and
corner,
I've been able to lean on
See this?
ChatGPT to help me
You
summarize some of those notes.
This is,
so
I
that
made
can
standard.
focus on
Yeah.
bigger things and not just necessarily miring myself and spending hours going through the recordings and the notes again. So enough of Girl Scouts. I wanted to share some amazing examples from other participants in BizHack over the past year, people I had the pleasure of working with, and they took the AI marketing class over this past year, whether in the fall or in the spring, and they used everything they learned to create outstanding real-life campaigns. This first one here, you'll see at Chapman Partnerships, Jesse Caceres created a multi-platform, multi-channel digital campaign. And on the next slide, you'll see some of the amazing visuals that she was able to create. She also leaned on AI to help draft captions and to help with the storytelling, to help with all of the strategy behind it. And you'll see on the next slide the impact it had for her and the amount of time it saved for her. I think it's pretty outstanding to see that she was able to shave off so many hours of work using the tools that she learned in the class, like Canva, ChatGPT, InVideo, to create this multi-platform campaign that she'll be able to launch soon. Our next real-life campaign was from Catalyst Miami. Virginia Laura was able to use ChatGPT to help make grant writing more efficient for her team. She was able to train ChatGPT to write in Catalyst's voice to help her team write better grants in a more timely manner. And you'll see on the next slide some of the impact it had on her and the results she had. Like you'll see here, she said she was able to reduce time by at least 30%. That's enormous when you think about all of the work that we have to do and that is on our plates as nonprofit professionals. And on the next slide, you'll see another fantastic campaign. This was from the Miami-Dade College Freedom Tower. Jennifer was tasked with creating a fundraising campaign for the reopening of the Freedom Tower. And so she leaned on ChatGPT and her AI tools that she learned in class to help her create a deck, help her draft letters, and help her also create prospect lists for sponsors for an event that she's in charge of. And on the next slide, you'll see what she was able to build.
How I built it.
Awesome. thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed some of those examples and that you'll be able to take those prompts with you on your daily work. I'd really love to do a quick live demo, and I think we already had someone who had raised their hand earlier that wanted to do it. If
And
I
then now that's what they do in the beginning.
correct,
Who
Angie, I
wants
think
their
Alicia
company to be part of the
said
live
she
demo?
might want to come
They
on.
do it each time. Got it?
Let's double check if Jaleesia's in the room.
Yeah, I don't think she's in the room yet.
I'm here.
Oh, there she is.
Okay.
So they have
Hi,
one person
Felicia,
that's in
welcome.
charge of it. See in the upper right, upper left, that's Russ.
So Anna, before we start the demo, meanwhile you connect your screen, I would like to know if in the room that you guys have any questions for Anna, so you can take advantage. And one of my first questions will be, I think it's very hard for nonprofits when they use AI to keep the storytelling, to keep the warmness in the communication, and not feeling robotized, or not feeling like that warmness in the communication and the marketing assets also. So like maybe three tips that help you to humanize more the communication when you interact with AI.
Yeah. So a couple of ways I'll do it. Well, one, I'll read things out loud. And sometimes when you read things out loud, you'll notice that they may sound just a little bit mechanical or a little bit cold. And then that's where the human element comes in. Like I had mentioned before, AI is great with the first draft, but it's not going to necessarily weave in all of those like heartfelt moments. It'll help you certainly create the skeleton of a good draft, which is very, very helpful. But then it's just up to us to then go add in those little sprinkles of joy, those personal examples, and that warmth that you mentioned, Angie. Reading it out loud is very helpful, because then you'll start to hear some of the dryness and the mechanics sometimes that AI can produce. Sometimes I'll also, I may just have like ask AI to just like, hey, can you take the AI out of this? And it actually surprisingly just like humanize it, or at least identify some of those areas that sound a little bit too just produced and perfect. Or if you've got like access to two platforms, maybe Copilot gives you something that you then want to run by ChatGPT, or that you might then run by Claude. And then lastly, just imagine yourself telling it to like your best friend, or explaining something to like your mom, or like, another colleague. If it sounds kind of awkward and clunky to you, then it's probably going to sound clunky to that person that you're envisioning. So there's a couple of ways to just add in the sprinkle like of voice, but that's honestly where the human nature comes in, and what gives me pause and joy, because I know that AI is not going to be able to replace the tremendous power that writers and storytellers can bring to the table. AI is just going to help you with those drafts.
Absolutely, and that is part of what we teach also in BizHack and the AI marketing accelerator is AI plus human, right? Finding that balance between your prompts and the context of what you need, but also keeping a strategy to keep your communications, human and warm, and with a great storytelling. Thank you, Anna. And guys, the chat is open. If you have any questions, I'll be monitoring the chat. So please go ahead, Anna, with the demo.
Amazing.
You understand?
Cool. I'm excited to work through an example with you, Jaleesia. I'm going to try to find you in my
emails.
carousel. There you are. In my carousel of people. So welcome, Jaleesia. I understand you are the Director of Communications for Every Mother's Advocate, and you were seeking a little bit of help crafting a fundraising strategy for year-end giving.
Yes.
Cool. So in this case, the prompt that I would use would be something like this. You're the director of communications for Every Mother's Advocate, a nonprofit that works every day to provide social support, education for advocacy, mental health resources for moms and kids. You're creating a fundraising strategy for year-end giving. What do you need for me to outline a multi-channel campaign? And we're going to use chat here as our brainstorming partner to walk through this example. So in order to help us build a campaign for you, ChatGPT is just going to need a little bit more from us. It's asking us for goals, audience segments, maybe messaging, storytelling, the channels you've got, any budget or capacity constraints, timeline, maybe the donor experience part. So let's start with answering a couple of these questions. Any goals that you have in mind?
I would say our goal would be to raise maybe around 1 million for this campaign.
What's your goal?
And